You ever wonder how something as simple as a text message could turn into a full-blown supernatural horror story? Well, today, we're diving into a viral story that does exactly that. It's this terrifying tale where old-school fears about black magic get a modern update, delivered right to your smartphone. It's a wild blend of new tech and something anciently evil. So the story just throws us right into the chaos. Picture this. It's midnight. A guy named Rohit is stuck on a deserted road. His bike just dies. He glances into his side view mirror and boom, there it is, a dark figure standing right behind him with these blank white eyes. Then he feels this ice-cold hand on his shoulder, pure terror. He just ditches the bike and runs. So the big question is, how on earth did he get here? To really get the horror of that moment, we've got to rewind, and it all starts with something way more normal, a simple fight between two friends. This is the beginning of everything, with two college kids, Rohit and Jatin.
And these two friends could not be more different. You've got Rohit, who's this rich, kind of arrogant businessman's son, and then there's Jatin, who comes from a much more modest background. He's proud and maybe a little sensitive. You can already see where this is going, right? One of them is going to be the agitator, and the other, well, he's set up to be the victim.
And this is the moment it all just explodes. They're having some dumb argument in the college parking lot, and Rohit drops this bomb. He completely humiliates Jatin in public, hitting him right where it hurts, his financial situation. For Jatin, this isn't just an insult, It's a major blow to his pride, and it plants this really, really dangerous seed of resentment. So Jatin is back in his room, just stewing. He's drowning in shame and this burning need for revenge. He's feeling alone, he's angry, which makes him the absolute perfect target for what's about to happen. And right on cue, a message pops up on his phone. Unknown number. It's basically an offer, a supernatural fix for a very human problem. At first, Jatin just shrugs it off as some kind of scam. But the idea, it's been planted. This is where the story gets so clever, mixing old superstitions with the kind of thing that could pop up on anyone's phone. The very next day, it gets worse. A video of Rohit yelling at him goes viral around college. So now the shame isn't just private, it's public. And at that exact moment, another text comes in from that same number. This time it promises a 100% solution. That combination, the public shame and this promise, it's just too much for Jatin to ignore. So fueled by pure rage and humiliation, Jatin does it. He makes a choice that he can never take back. He sends a photo of Rohit to the unknown number. And just like that, a chain of events is set in motion that he has absolutely no control over. The black magic has been officially switched on. And look at this timeline. It shows just how incredibly fast this whole thing spirals out of control. We go from a regular college argument to a full-on supernatural crisis in just a couple of days. By day 4, Rohit is already a total mess. He's clearly dealing with something way bigger than just not getting enough sleep. But the mysterious texter isn't finished. Jatin gets another message, this time with these super specific, creepy instructions for a ritual. See, this isn't just a digital curse anymore. Now he's being told to perform a physical act of black magic. It makes him a direct, hands-on participant in whatever is happening to Rohit. And right when Jatin starts to have second thoughts, this warning comes through. He's trapped. The thing behind these messages makes it crystal clear. There's no backing out now, and if he tries, the punishment is going to fall right on his head. Okay, so the story is about to take a turn. That initial anger, that need for revenge, it starts to change into something totally different for Jatin. We're talking about pure fear and some serious, deep regret as he starts to see the real-life results of what he did. Meanwhile, Rohit is living a complete nightmare. He feels this constant presence, like someone is always there, even when he's alone. He sees a shadow in every single mirror, feels phantom hands on his shoulder. He is being haunted, relentlessly. And he tries to tell his dad, just desperate for someone to help him.
But his father just doesn't believe him. He thinks it's stress, or maybe he's on drugs. And this leaves Rohit completely and totally alone with his terror. This is such a critical moment, because it closes the door on any kind of rational help. It's just Rohit against whatever this thing is.
And then, the horror actually comes inside his own home. One night, the house servant, a guy named Birju, comes up to him. But the voice that comes out of him, it isn't his own. It's deep, it's distorted, it's something else. And it lures Rohit to the one place where there's no escape.
the rooftop. This is it. We're at the climax, the final, terrifying stage of this curse. On a dark, windy rooftop, Rohit is about to come face to face with his tormentor, and Jatin is about to be given a choice that's just impossible.
While Rohit is stuck up on that roof, Jatin gets the final command. The entity tells him Rohit's soul is basically broken. All he has to do is text a single word, finish, and the whole thing will be over. He literally has Rohit's life in his hands.
Jatin freezes, finally getting the full weight of what he's done. But then the shadow entity appears in his own room. It grabs him and gives him the ultimate choice. It's either him or you. Rohit dies or you die. The shadow is taking a soul tonight, one way or the other.
Jatin is completely paralyzed, forced to watch all of this on a live video feed that's been sent to his phone. He sees the shadow rush at Rohit on the roof, and in his final moments, just consumed by absolute terror, Rohit leaps off the edge to his death. The police, of course, they rule it a suicide. The game, for all intents and purposes, looks like it's over.
But this is a horror story, isn't it? And in stories like this, the game is never really over. The terror has just found a new player.
So there's Jatin in his dark room, just wrecked with guilt, and his phone lights up all by itself. It's the same mysterious number, a new message, and it confirms what he already knew. The deal is done. And then a second message comes right after, and this is the moment of pure, chilling horror. Jatin realizes he wasn't just a one-time customer. He's become part of the system. He's the next link in this horrifying, never-ending chain. Before he can even process that, Jatin realizes he isn't alone. But it's not the shadow this time. It's Rohit, or what's left of him. This ghostly, broken figure who says the final, most terrifying words of the story. The victim is back, but now he's the monster, and he's here to finish the game.
And that's the real horror of it all, isn't it? It's not about just one act of revenge. It's a cycle, a self-perpetuating loop of violence and horror, passed from one person to the next, all through a simple text message. And it just leaves you with that one really unsettling thought. Who's getting the next text?